Guys, welcome back to the Architect's Griddle. It's been a little while since we've done a video, but we've had Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays pass, and we're back now. We're ready to be in top cooking condition, and we just had a storm last night, so I'm coming out to check the griddle. And what I wanted to do was show a kind of a startup procedure for not having used the griddle in a week or so or more, what I look for and what I do to get it up to top cooking condition right before I cook again. One of the first things we look for is to make sure we had our griddle covered, because we definitely don't want water sitting on the steel top. So I'm going to go ahead and pull off the cover. And you can see a little bit of oil buildup, maybe a little bit of water. I don't think I see any water. It's actually just a little bit of oil buildup. The top was protected well. Last time I stopped cooking, I cleaned it and re-oiled it and then covered it immediately. So we're good to go. The first thing I'm going to do is turn up the burners, get the griddle good and hot for a good 5 minutes or more, and then I'm going to come and clean it. But I want it hot before I clean it so that all the excess oil and dirt and grime comes up, and then right before I cook, I'm going to put another coat of oil on it again and start cooking. That's my procedure. It works for me. I've had great success. One of the things you look for is for rust. And I'm looking, I see just a little rust in the corner, but there's really no rust on this griddle because it's been maintained. I have some other videos talking about my cleanup procedure. Check those out. But this is my startup procedure when you haven't cooked on the griddle for a while. So I have another video where I did the natural gas conversion kit to the Blackstone. But right here is my valve. I almost always turn it off when I finish cooking on it, but I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on. For those that are not familiar with gas valves, when the handle is in line with the gas line, that means it's on. When it's perpendicular to the gas line, that means it's off. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on. The gas is flowing, and now we're gonna start it up. I like to push it in, go to the plus, and start it up with my igniter. So you listen for the click and boom, it lights up. I immediately turn it on down. I have my marks where I like to cook at. I took a magic marker and just put a mark on the bezel, and go to the next burner and go ahead and kick that on. They should come right on. Push it in, turn, boom. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's a puff of gas and flame. Boom. Got it. Now we're gonna let it go ahead and get good and hot, and we'll clean it up. So now we've waited about 5 minutes. The griddle top is good and hot. We're gonna go ahead and clean it up and re-oil it so we can cook some pancakes this morning. I like to grab a few paper towels, hit the top with water. I said it's good and hot. It's hot enough to sanitize it, but not really burn the water off too fast. You don't want it too hot when you're trying to deal with the oil. That's what we want it up. Not too bad, not too dirty. It's actually ready for another coat now. Just one hit with that and we're good. I have just the right amount of oil I like to squirt on, which is a line this way and a line back some. Take another towel and spread it around. If you're wondering what kind of oil I'm using, it's just canola oil. It does the job for anything we're cooking. We're not that fancy. And if you look at that, it's a nicely seasoned griddle top, ready for some pancakes, which we'll do in another video. That's it for the Architect's Griddle today. That is the setup, kind of the re-oiling of a griddle that's been sitting for a little while. I hope it was helpful to someone. Happy griddling.